Okay, Juan, it's your turn.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing great. My name is Juan José Luna Medrano, and I am going to be presenting my uh, mini webinar. Uh, my I'm going to start sharing my screen with you. Give me a sec, please. Please do let me know if you can see my screen right now.
Yes, yes, Juan.
Thank you so much. Um, Thank you. Well, as you can see, my topic for this webinar is the impact of notification on EFL acquisition in rural contexts. I'm going to start. So this is my topic for today, and I'm going to start uh, now. The first point to go over is the rural context. Um, to begin my exploration, I will analyze it, analyze the rural context, and this is the context where learning takes place in this kind of contexts. And I will be analyzing the unique challenges that students that learn in this kind of context face. Um, First of all, we have the lack of digital and physical infrastructure, and and when we discuss infrastructure, we are we aren't just talking about no connection or a slow connection. We're talking about a systemic barrier. And taking this into account, student cognitive abilities and with basic tools like stable electricity, updated devices, this create a technological lag. These factors, and this is why the pedagogical approach must be online resilient. We as teachers cannot rely on the cloud or 100% online. Instead, we have to be creative and use the resources as productively as we can. And there's also a social linguistic barrier because of the distance from urban centers. Um, and here there is a gap for a student in a rural town. English often is like uh, a dead language or a language that has no daily use for them. And because of the distance, the this creates a psychological barrier as well, because the student thinks, why learn this? Why learn English if I never use it or speak it with my and among my family or in my community? And we as teachers, the the we must be able to um, bridge this gap by making English culturally relevant to the students' rural uh, context and interactions. And this is where codification becomes a bridge to overcome this uh, problem or situation. And lastly, we have the teacher as a sole input, which places an immense burden on the educator because the teacher in the online classroom, sorry, the teacher in the rural classroom becomes the only window to the language. And so by introducing ludic tools and offline
4 minutes.
Yeah.
4 minutes more. Yes, 4 minutes more.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. And by introducing ludic tools, and we can we allow students to learn despite all of this. Now let's go over ludification. Now, seeing or we've gone over the rural context. Now let's take a look at the definition of ludification. Ludification is a logical and sociological process of transforming a non-game activity into something that is experienced as a game or playful learning. And this playful lens allows students to view the language tasks through it allows the students to see it effortless, and especially in the rural context where students may feel disconnected from English language, and this is very useful to apply for teachers to consider. Now that we have about what ludification is, we need to understand what works from a psychological perspective. So now let's shift our focus to the next slide, where we'll learn about the use of the affective filter and the role. So the affective filter hypothesis, according to Stephen Krashen, anxiety is a mental block, and in rural settings, some of us know that language fear is prominent. So what ludification does is that it passes this filter by shifting focus from accuracy to interaction, allowing input to reach the brain's acquisition centers. Now let's take a look at the practical ludic impact, where the impact that ludic has, and when we integrate it into the lessons in a rural setting. The first impact it has is that it lowers the threat level. That is to say that by using games, it provides us provides students with physical or visual context for grammar. Secondly,
one
yes.
more minute. Okay, just
Thank
one
you.
more minute.
It also,
okay, thank you.
And it also allows to anchors abstract concepts as well as peer-to-peer mediation. And lastly, it helps increasing time on tasks. Social constructivism and zone of proximal development proposed by, and we can see the influence of, let's say, Vygotsky and its contributions on how children learn when they are not exposed to a rigid environment, rigid instruction context. And we will have that peer interaction is one of the most beneficial aspects for language learning, especially for kids. To overcome this and to bridge the divide, we can implement tools like Calibri, which is an offline learning platform. This is as well, which is a gamified assessment platform that we can use offline. Third, Read Along by Google, which is a literacy tutor that can work offline. And finally, Quizlet, which is a flashcards set creator that we can also use offline in printed format as well.
Well, I'm gonna give you 30. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds more. Yes, just to conclude, please.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's also very essential understand to distinguish notification versus gamification, because sometimes it's common for some educators misunderstand this. And notification, uh, it's all about the mindset and the approach we gave to the lesson by making it playful. Play is the most important thing, or it's a core for the learning, and it also allows students to learn and improve. Also, the competition aspect versus collaboration is also very fundamental to distinguish. And finally, as a conclusion, we have that education is not a distraction of the curriculum. It is the most effective vehicle for delivering it in a challenging and like the rural ones. By lowering the affective filter, we allow rural students to claim their voice and participate in global dialogue without the fear of failure. And finally, it has been proven that the digital divide bridged through offline first tools and digital to physical transitions. Uh, this is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you, Juan Jose. What's a very interesting presentation. Yes, thanks a
My
lot.
pleasure.
Okay, who is gonna continue, guys? Natalie, yes, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording section here.
Okay.